Welcome back to another New World video. This time we got a couple of different updates. This video will go out on April the 12th. Some of these updates are coming today, and some of them towards the end of the video will come in a couple of days. But we're going to start off with some Easter events, some PTR announcements, so basically what they're planning on doing. It's also probably going to affect the 3v3 arenas, so we'll mention that in this video as well. But Easter events coming, I don't think many people were expecting it too much because they didn't really announce it, they didn't pre-announce it. A little bit like Turkulon back in the winter, so we'll go through all these details from all these updates and yeah, give you a roundup of everything that New World have released today. Okay, so here we go. This will be coming out on, like I said, April 12th, the day of the releasing of this video. They're calling the Easter event Rabbit's Revenge. So we'll check out what that looks like now. I mean, as you can see, a quick picture of one of these corrupted rabbits. It looks pretty cool, I guess. But I mean, like, what does it mean? You know, let's find out. Spring sprung in Eternum, but so have infestation of corrupted rabbits. Help cull the plague of rabbits from April the 12th all the way through till April the 25th, and be rewarded handsomely during these 2-week period. Corrupted rabbits will be dropping special loot. Every day, players can earn up to 3 diamond gypsum in drops and up to 5 luck increasing consumables. Now, I want to know exactly how good or bad or powerful are these luck increasing consumables. In terms of the diamond gypsum, I would strongly presume, because the current ones you get from gathering, like 3 items a day, you get your 3 bags of gypsum. So I presume it's going to replace that, but we'll obviously have to find out once the update comes live later on today. Those luck totems will come in handy, as there's rumor of a mystical storage chest that could be found in possession of these rabbits. Okay, so maybe when you're killing the rabbits, they drop the luck consumables, you then consume them and then kill more rabbits, and then you get this better loot, I imagine. Maybe it's not like general luck consumables that you would carry out, you know, after this update or whatever, you know, when you go into dungeons or you're going on your loot luck runs. You may even encounter some of the new open world experiences included in the Heart of Madness update in your hunt for the treasure as you explore the wilds of Eternum. We look forward to your help in clearing this infestation and seeing if any adventurers are able to uncover this mythic treasure. I want to know what this mythic treasure is. They've literally, in this small brief update about the Rabbit's Revenge little, you know, 2-week period that they're giving us here, they've not mentioned anything. They've not shown what the loot could be, which I think is kind of good. Because then if you kind of show it, some people might be like, nah, some people might be like, okay. Whereas now I think more people might log in and be like, okay, let's go find out what this is. So, okay, so we know now, April the 12th, all the way through till April the 25th. Yeah, get in there, start killing some of these corrupted rabbits. I presume they're all going to be one-shot rabbits. It's not going to be like Turkulon, where you have to fight it a little bit. I don't know. It'll be interesting. But yeah, if you're watching this video on the launch of it, April 12th, make sure you log in and check that out. Okay, some more news as well. Also coming sort of like April 12th onwards. They've announced the PTR, the tuning and balance updates that they're going to bring it out. Now, I've skimmed through these. I'll only read out a couple of them, the ones that stick out to me a little bit. I'm not going to read out them all. If you want to check out this full list of updates, you don't know where to get the link, I'll leave it in the description box down below. But yeah, I'll pick out some. So basically, you can log into the PTR also later on today on April the 12th, and you can start practicing all these. But basically, there's no huge new content. There's no 3v3 arenas just yet. I imagine that's now going to come out in May. But at least what they're going to do from reading this is they're going to fix a ton more bugs in the game, fix a lot more balance issues in the game, ready for when the 3v3 arenas come out. So yeah, so looking at some of the notable fixes, some crash fixes, some general things in there. Now expeditions. Now this one, I'm going to mention one thing, right? Okay, Tempest, the new Tempest dungeon. I really like it. The final 2 bosses, I've got some videos which you can check out on this channel. Drop a sub and then go check out the other videos. I've got some guide videos on the final 2 bosses, which can be a little bit tricky if you've never done them before, or if you're really like low gear score, or if you're not like, you know, maybe that good at the game. Maybe they can be a little bit tricky. So yeah, check out those videos. But there's ways that you can just like cheese them completely. You know, hide in little locations and just damaging the boss when they can't hit you. I hope they fix that. They've not specifically mentioned it too much here, but I'm hoping they do fix it. But what they have mentioned is some other things. So fixed an issue allowing players to body block certain expedition bosses, preventing them from transitioning to a new phase. This is the Genesis boss, okay? I think it's the Garden Keeper it's called, where you can block him up against the walls, and then he'll do his leap back skill, and then he'll just basically stutter a few times into like the waterfalls or wherever you decide to do it, and then disappear, and he doesn't do the whole raising his wall up and fighting all the mobs. I've seen so many people do this. I've been in groups where they've literally said, we're running it this way, and I'm like, okay, I've got no choice then. What am I supposed to do? Just leave the group every time, you know, whatever. So yeah, it'll be good to see that they finally fixed this, because this has been happening, I reckon, for at least a month now in the game. So in the Tempest Heart one, they've not fixed the specific bugs I was telling you about before, about cheesing the bosses, but they have fixed some issues where Akeke, I believe you pronounce that, could die prematurely. Fixed the spawn animation for Uzret during the encounter to destroy the corrupted monolith. Merkguard Musketeers will award points when defeated in the mutated version of the expedition, and they've adjusted the amount of gold players receive from bosses to align with other expeditions. This is good. They made a bunch of fixes to some of the quests in the game as well, so if you're still questing, you can check all these out here. Raffle Bones, now this is the new sort of randomly spawning mob that they brought in. They've made a little change to him. He'll only spawn, or she, I suppose, will only spawn at level 66 in zones that go 60 plus, in order to allow players to get weapons that can be upgraded. Okay, that's interesting. So far, the only Raffle Bones I've killed was like a level 50. I can't remember. We found them in some kind of mines, maybe like Great Cleave, I think. So we didn't get any good loot from them, but we'll have to check those out. Small size flint objects no longer have player collision. No more tripping over rocks. This sounds like such a small thing, and it is small rocks, but you know what? It's a nice little update, I guess. Now, combat updates that they're bringing into the PTR, all to be tested, of course. Fixed an issue where buffered attack inputs would not be cleared by weapon swapping if pressed at the end of an attack. I was streaming on Twitch, link down below again. Today we were doing some like sirens and some mutation, sorry, and even some OPR, and this was happening to me all the time. There's even ones where you would be doing some attacks, you would press a skill, but then you would be like knocked back or knocked down, basically stopping you from attacking, and then you would want to go again, like run back towards like the enemy, whatever you're fighting at the time. But before you could even do that, it would already do the skill that you've pressed, I don't know, 3 seconds ago when you got knocked down. So I'm hoping this is going to fix it. They fixed an issue where status effects applied by equipping weapons could become permanently stuck when traversing across the regional boundaries. Fixed a slight stutter/desync when moving and casting spells. This could be huge for the game if they nail it. And fixed an issue where players can become stuck in the knockback reaction animation. So again, if you're on the PTR, make sure you test this, give as much feedback as possible, because these are good combat and AI changes here, which will be really good for the game if they can nail them. Here we go. So just like we were saying before, they've actually named it here. So Alluvium Marl will no longer be able to jump backwards and land outside of the Caretaker's arena. Okay, I think this is the one we were talking about, right? Although I thought he was called Garden Keeper, I get the names mixed up sometimes of these bosses. But essentially, when they do that jump back mechanic, if you're pushing them up against a wall, you're fighting them right up against the walls or the the waterfalls. There's a way of cheesing it; it'll just disappear. Oh, hang on, let's have a look at this one. Fix an issue where Scylla will not reset properly if players log off while on the same platform as her. Oh, this is one I've seen before as well. People doing mutation runs and trying to speed it up. So you fight a bunch of mobs in Lazarus on like a platform, if you like, and there's a mini bridge to Scylla. You could, just before you're killing these final mobs, you send one person to talk to Scylla. They then use Unstuck, which would then send them back over the bridge. And because they didn't walk on the bridge, it didn't release the second wave of mobs on that platformy area in between the bridge and Scylla. So therefore you could go through the mutation a lot faster and have less things. So you know what, look, these are all little cheesy things that I've seen people do. I've done a couple of these myself. I've been in groups where they've gone, look, we're doing this, either do it with us or we'll kick you out or whatever. So you've just got to do it sometimes. They call them fast runs if you're ever looking out for them in chat, so be careful if you don't want to do them. Okay, so on to this PTR. So all those little bits and bobs that we just mentioned, this will be going live on April the 12th at 6 p.m. in the UK. All your different times will appear again on this link down below. I'll leave it in there for you in the description box. So yeah, PTR is going to go live now. Like I said, there's not huge content. I can't imagine you're going to see thousands of people logging into PTR unless you're trying to get involved in this developers event, which will be on Thursday 1 a.m. my time in the UK. Convert your own times there. They're going to be doing like a war, I think, with the developers and stuff. I might try and get involved in that. I'm actually working at the time, so I don't think I can, sadly. But yeah, so just make sure you log into PTR, check all of these Test as much as you can, because at the end of the day, the more we test this game, hopefully the more we can fix it. And then the final thing I'm going to bring to you in this video is going to be they've announced more server merges. Okay, I'll quickly read through a few of these. Now these are coming on April the 15th. This just says Los Angeles, so I don't, does that mean Los Angeles time? I'm not too sure, but basically on April the 15th, bringing out some more server merges in Central EU. Asgard, Hades, Helheim, Fae, and Chaos City, don't know how to pronounce that, will be merged into a Baton server. Styx, Antilia, Utgard, and Leorad will be merged into Aru. Lioness will be merged into Nissa. And then the one I started on back on day one, launch day of the game, Bifrost, RIP Bifrost, along with Nilfheim, Ben Godi, and Kor will now be merged into Tir na Nog. And Arcturus will be merged into Tartarus. That's in Central EU. That's obviously where I play. EU East, I'll go through these quickly. Yachi, Crockley. Are you kidding me with these names? Come on. Frislandia, Kalnagor, and Paralis will be merged into Valhalla. Eden will be merged into Maramar. I've heard Maramar is quite a popular server, so I'll help them as well. City of Brass will be merged into Castle of Steel. Olympus will be merged into Orun. Oceania, YS, Zuvendis, Pleroma will be merged into Orofena. And in US West, you've got Midian. Here we go again. River Denura, Duranda, and Nino Kuni will be merged into Yggdrasil. I can actually pronounce this one because I know, yeah, whatever. Australia have servers. Lerna will be merged into Utopia, and Legado will be merged into Delos. So again, if you're logging into the game and your server's a little bit dead, first of all, you can just go straight into your menu, store. Right down to the bottom, you've got character transfer. You'll probably have some free tokens left, unless you've spam used them a couple months ago. You can just transfer to a server if you wish. However, if you don't have any tokens left, you can literally just wait 3 more days from the launch of this video, and you'll get some server merges. But overall, that is just a quick update video of everything New World coming out on April the 12th. All the PTR things coming out for the next couple of weeks. This Rabbit's Revenge will last for a couple of weeks. I'm interested to see what this new mythic loot is. How easy the rabbits to kill, how many of them around the world. Is it every rabbit is now a corrupted rabbit? I'm not too sure. I want to find out, but yeah, essentially there we go. There's the update. Now guys, listen, if you've enjoyed the video, if it's helped you out, and if it's saved you some time reading all these notes yourself, feel free to drop a sub on the channel. I would appreciate it. And if you want to check out my Twitch, again, link will be popping up all down here now. Check out my Twitch where we stream New World live all the time, most days of the week. But yeah, check me out there. Drop me a follow in advance if you want, and then you'll see me when I next go live. But guys, cheers for watching the video, and we'll see you in the next one.